GM everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Crypto Chat with XT with Nisa. Today's episode is a special one as we are celebrating the 6th anniversary of XT.com. We are diving into the journey during the past 6 years of the crypto world from 2018 to 2024 and exploring how XT Exchange has grown and evolved through the past market ups and downs. So we'll be getting insights from our guest, Albin Warin, the managing director of XT.com. Albin, thank you so much for joining us today. And could you introduce yourself and share a little bit more about XT's mission?
Sure. I mean, it's been already a long journey because, as you said, we are celebrating the 6-year anniversary. So as every journey, a lot of things on the road, following, of course, the different market cycle. But we succeeded actually for the last 6 years to build an incredible platform, which is today global and operating in many countries and many zones of the world with millions of users, with thousands of projects that trusted us. And we are very excited not only about what we accomplished, but also about the future to come.
Amazing. Thank you for the introduction. And let's start with 2018, which was a tough year for the crypto world. Bitcoin price dropped from 20,000 all the way down to 3,000, and ICOs were collapsing, and big platforms like Facebook and Google even banned crypto ads. It was in this tough environment that XT launched. So Albin, how did you and your team manage to get started during such a difficult time? And what set XT apart back then?
But it's like we have a saying that in every crisis, there is always an opportunity. So I think we looked at the opportunity side, and the decision to launch the platform during the bear market was indeed a tough one. But there was a vision that was really clear to create actually a user-focused platform, which will be also very secured. And that was at the beginning the vision about how we could build first different features and also strong security features and also strong user experience, and everything had been possible thanks to our strong team.
Cool. I really like that every crisis is an opportunity. So moving on to 2019, this was a big year for altcoins, right? And we saw IEOs gaining a lot of traction. Was it during 2019 that XT established itself as an exchange node for altcoins and meme coins? And how did that help lay the groundwork for XT's future growth?
Yeah, of course. Actually, it was one of our strategy back then to offer a wide variety of altcoin because it was the very hot topic. So we knew that the users and communities will come to buy and trade. And then we knew that through IEO, it will actually bring the liquidity to the market, and then which means more interest to the platform of XT. So basically, thanks to that, it helped us to build a reputation as a go-to platform for altcoins and build a sustainable and sustaining users and community.
Cool. And we know that that is a great choice. So then came to 2020, also known as a DeFi summer.
DeFi.
Yeah. Decentralized finance, aka DeFi, was booming, and the decentralized exchange, aka DEX, became more and more popular. So how did XT balance the demand for the security and reliability of centralized exchange like XT with the growing interest and autonomy of DEX?
Well, we always believed that there was no actually competition between DEX and SEX, but instead more complementarity. So for some people that will choose to go to DEX for various reasons and the features, we will stand as a platform to emphasize actually the security of the platform, to also build actually the trust, because when you rely on a platform, you have all the service that comes behind as a users, so you know who to reach to. That was one of the things. And actually, we kept adding a lot of more services than just like trading, which most of the decks were focusing on, basically. Because with XT, you could, of course, you could trade, you could have access to staking, you could have access to IEO with our launchpad, you could have access actually to the academy to learn more about the ecosystem. So we started to offer more and more services to stand out as a centralized exchange.
Amazing. And fast forward to 2021, we can't forget the NFT summer. The NFT market absolutely exploded. And what was XT's strategy for responding the rapid growth of NFT?
Well, we also give a shot, building also an NFT marketplace back in the days. Of course, what happened is like we were also trying to focus on NFT with a concrete application, for example, related to gaming or also relating to metaverse, because it was the really hot trends back in the days, and also trying to look at more like a long-term NFT strategies. So that was actually, there were quite few successful cases, and we know that today the hype about NFT is a little bit different, but we always keen to know what's going to happen in the market, and of course go back in the game if it's necessary.
Yeah, now that the NFT hype seems to have cooled down, what is your projection for the future of NFTs? Do you think they will become a market focus again, or just fade away?
Well, actually, we started to see, most importantly, not just only NFT related to gaming items or related to metaverse, but more to user proper usage in the real world, especially when you come to see more real world asset class and you start to see maybe NFT application in the real world. So I think the next will be more about how NFT could cover the various aspects of the actually traditional industries, not only just limited to gaming or metaverse, for example. Yeah.
And let's move to 2022. 2022 was a wild year. We had meme coins like Pepe rising to fame, but we also have saw major collapse like FTX, like Luna. And how did XE navigate these moments, especially with the rise of meme coins and the collapse of FTX?
Yeah. So actually, I think we took first the cautious approach to meme coin, but then we also succeed through our platform to launch popular meme coins as well. Second, I think you mentioned that there was also a lot of collapse. Luna was first before FTX, but FTX followed. And what we saw is like it was very important for us to reinforce the risk management, of course, of the platform, because we always the safeguardians of people assets. So we have this, let's say, responsibility. So building up more security, showing that we were a very stable platform that never had any hack in the past, also help to reinforce the trust for users and keep our community steady, even in the tough times, actually. Yeah.
And the collapse of FTX make users much more concerned about the security of SEX. What has XD done to ensure the safety of users' assets?
Well, from the beginning, as I said before, our initial vision was really to build a secure platform. So we've been always put security first. And also, of course, what we saw from the user perspective is like they were looking to how we're going to protect our asset. So for example, when it comes to cold storage, when it comes to auditing also the project we are working with, making sure that there is no fraud. So basically, we just enforce security measure, we propose alternatives, and we also always being top-notch when it comes to service to make sure that when people want to reach out to us, we are always available for them to show that we are a proper platform with real people and up and running, actually.
Very cool. In 2023, we saw the market recovering and the rise of non-EVM ecosystem like Solana. So Albin, how has XT adapted to support projects from emerging ecosystem like Tone, like Solana?
Well, when it comes to non-EVM ecosystem, actually what we saw is like trying to approach more actually this ecosystem. So expand first beyond ETH projects, which were a major part actually of the ecosystem back then, and then trying to work more with those new ecosystem like Ton or Solana ecosystem. So we actually also sponsor some events, Ton events also, for example, in Southeast Asia, we were part of it. We try to increase actually our relationship with those ecosystem and attract more projects from that were actually like non-Ethereum based, but more like non-EVM. So that was our strategy back then.
What are your plans for supporting emerging blockchain ecosystem in the future?
Actually, for us, the success of the platform always been about what we always say, like the 3P. So, of course, the platform as a product, second, the project, and the third is the partners. So when it comes to the partners, actually, it's important for us to reinforce those partnerships with this new blockchain project. So staying curious and being aware of what's happening in the market. And of course, the long-term strategy always for XT has been to build a multi-chain platform. So really have a wide reach when it comes to the kind of project we want to integrate in terms of chains, for example. Yeah.
Amazing. And finally, we arrived in 2024. One of the biggest changes this year has been the approval of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. So what impact do you think the approval of crypto ETFs will have on the blockchain crypto exchange like XT?
Well, it's huge. It's huge. It's been actually been waiting for a while. It actually affects different layers. Layer number one, I think it gives some it legitimizes like the industry by itself, actually, crypto in general, because it starts to touch to, let's say, like proper institutional finance. Second, it brings liquidity and inflow from actually this new type of investors that we are not, or we are looking at the market, but we are not positioned yet. And actually, third, what we see is like it helps everyone to work towards more compliance because the industry is getting more professionalized. So we hope that beside that, there will be more other products that could be related to ETF than the one that has been approved.
I want to highlight that we have this episode to celebrate the 6th anniversary of X.com, reflecting on X's journey over the past 6 years. So what has been the biggest challenge you have faced?
Well, I think first, the market cycles always been the big challenges because you never know when they start, you never know when they're going to end, especially when the bull market starts and when the bear is coming. So navigating through the cycle is always the challenge because to run a platform is a lot of investment, is a lot of efforts. So we need to be patient. But so far, we successfully did it. Second, so there was also a lot of not only the market volatility, but also the volatility when it comes to regulations, because for many years, we're still working on how to establish the right compliance system and the right regulation over the different places where platforms can operate. And the third one, I think it's most importantly, how do we make sure that the users are investing more and more in this industry and trust, because at the end, we're offering financial asset class. So it comes to the trust that people can have in these products before they can put their money. So there was actually a lot of pain and also a lot of pleasure and success through these years. And again, as I said before, the best is yet to come.
And looking ahead, what can we expect from XT in the next 6 years?
Well, that's a long roadmap, but I think we need this big vision. So first, we believe that keep working on the safety security of the platform is very important. That's the number one. Number two, we need also to keep innovating when it comes to our products and services. And of course, number three, we're looking at the market expansion. So from different zones around the world, being present in Asia, being present in Europe, being present in different zones. So the roadmap is quite clear, is like how we can build this as we stand is our new slogan, this actually digital asset platform and this highway to wealth for the users and the community.
I really love the slogan of XT.com, highway to wealth. Yeah. So thank you, Alvin, for sharing your journey and insight with us. It's been amazing to look back on how XT has grown and adapted to such pivotal moments into crypto. Meanwhile, there are lots of promotion on XT.com's Twitter, Telegram, and website to celebrate the 6th anniversary. So don't miss them out. And stay tuned for more episodes where we continue to dive in blockchain and crypto. Until next time, this is Lisa, and you've been listening to Crypto Chat with XT. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one. Bye-bye.